on a regular basis. So I got to do something about it. And here is the best part. This is the part that's fantastic, okay? This made me so happy because I'm going camping because my doctor told me that I have to. More on that later. That little circle in the lower left is my friend Connor, and that one up in the top right is me. So I'm interested to see how far along the route I can get before Connor manages to catch up. One of the tricky things to find with bike packing, it's one thing to get all your kit packed, it's another thing to have anything approaching easy access to it while you're actually out on the bike, because once you've rolled the roll tops, clipped the buckles, it's a whole faff and a hoo-ha to get at absolutely any of your stuff. So yeah, I gotta figure all that out as well. Hi sheep! Hi sheep! I thought I was going to be averaging about 7 miles an hour out this way. So far I've been averaging 10, but I have just realised there's a bit of a tailwind, so it's assisted. Hello donkey! I'm making really good progress, and then I see like wildlife and farm animals that I want to talk to. Here, donkey, donkey, donkey. Oh, no. It doesn't want to talk to me so much, it just crawled under a barbed wire fence. Thanks. Okay. Connor is about 5 minutes behind me, so I'm gonna stop here and wait on him. It's also getting a little bit cold. This is probably the most useful mount I've got for my GoPro. Stick it pretty much anywhere. What do you think of my GoPro mount, sheep? I'm using this setup to try and vlog for bikepacking. It's the Sony ZV-E10. It's an APS-C vlogging camera, and then I've got this lens, which is an 18-135. So on a tiny camera, this is giving me the equivalent of 24-200, and it's that size. Look at that, Egypt. Hello.
I need.
But I saw you 5 minutes away. I thought, you know what, stuff it. I'll wait on you.
I didn't bring my big camera. Just.
See, I'm trying to keep my back rack clear so I can have the tripod on it, so I can take a tripod on and off for doing setup shots. So I don't want to put anything on top of that if I can. This is the thing I don't like about cycling. Look at the state of my...
That's why. If you ever wonder why in any of my vlogs I always have a helmet on, there's a reason.
Grabbed it really awkwardly. This is it. Well, we've arrived at the spot, but we can't pitch because Connor might not have brought any tent pegs.
Those are my tent poles.
Yeah. Like smaller bag.
Yes.
Oh, good.
I'm so glad I have tent bags. Genuinely had a moment of panic that I hadn't brought those.
Alright, we probably need to hurry up because it's gonna start raining apparently. The forecast is right in about...
It's already in half an hour. It's 7:30.
We get half an hour before it starts to rain. Right.
Thank you.
Time to pitch. There we go, pitched up. This is my first time using this new tent. This is the Terranova Laser Compact one, and it's a weird one. It's quite difficult to pitch to get it to all look nice and taut, and from the outside it doesn't look like it's pitched right, but once you get in it, it's different. You can see that the outer doesn't really touch the inner bit, so it sort of looks like it's all chaotic in the outside, but on the inside you're not actually aware of that flapping about the same way. This is really boring. I bored myself talking about my tent. I was just like, I can't be bothered talking about this tent anymore. There's the tent. It's a Laser Compact one. It's the thing you sleep in. It's flappy. According to the forecast, we've got about 10-15 minutes before it starts to rain.
12 seconds later.
No! Where did that come from? Spoke too soon. It's starting to rain already. Oh no! Hang on, let me grab my... I gotta grab my coat. Yeah, and the best part is it's forecast to last most likely the entire... Oh, it's just stopped. Has it?
No, it's still
No, it's still going. Right. Just found out this absolute madman has not brought any food with him on a camping trip.
No, that's not true. I've brought porridge and coffee for the morning.
Yeah, you brought breakfast.
I brought breakfast. I had chicken fried rice and gravy and a slice of Colin Caterpillar before I come out. So
Do you know what I had? A McDonald's, and then I went home and ate like a giant salad from the fridge. Then on the way here, I had 3 chocolate bars. And so this is why I weigh 20 kilos more than you. And tonight I've got mac and cheese. So yes, in my last video I talked about how I've been getting sick a lot recently, like on a weekly basis. I've been feeling like really run down. I get things like mouth ulcers, I get sore throats, I get coughs, I get like cold symptoms, I get like burning eyes, I get like entire body aches. And every time I go camping, I get sick. Every time I get stressed at work, I get sick. Every time I go and like on a really long run or something, I just seem to get sick and I just couldn't get to the bottom of it. So it's been an interesting development in that my blood work came back and it's all normal. Nothing surprising there at all. So I had a follow-up call with the doctor, and to put a long story short, the doctor basically thinks there's nothing physically wrong with me. I don't have any kind of weird condition, like physical condition or anything like that. And he thinks that basically the reason I'm getting sick is purely down to stress. But underlying all this, the doctor thinks it's highly likely that I've actually got ADHD, which when I told Louise and told various friends and family members, they were like, yeah, no kidding. No surprises there. So yeah, it's an interesting one. To be honest, it's something I have wondered about and we suspect it for a while, but I haven't ever mentioned it to the doctor or investigated it because it just seemed like it was a massive trend. Like there's so many people coming out and saying, yeah, I've got this, I'm neurodivergent, blah, blah, blah. It's almost like people were taking it on as their identity, and it's like I didn't want to jump on that bandwagon, but now a doctor has kind of said, yeah, it kind of sounds like you've got a lot going on, and I'm going to refer you, so we'll see what happens there. I am pretty much living my life in a constant state of stress, and that is making me sick on a regular basis, so I got to do something about it. And here is the best part. This is the part that's fantastic, okay? This made me so happy because there was a while people were saying to me when I was complaining about getting sick, they were saying, but Stephen, that's because you're always out doing things. You're tiring yourself out. You're exhausting yourself. So I kind of thought I was running too much. I'm hiking too much. I'm tiring myself out. The doctor said that actually one of the best things I can do is be really, really active. So yeah, literally my doctor is telling me one of the best things I can do for my health and my physical well-being is to go camping, is to go cycling, is to go running. So absolute music to my ears. Yeah, that has actually made me kind of delighted. If I'm honest, I was worried it could have been like something really crazy, really serious. There was a long list of things this could have been. It could have been long COVID, it could have been chronic fatigue syndrome, it could have been fibromyalgia, it could have been Lyme disease from getting bitten by a tick. But to find out that it's a condition that means I need to exercise and be outdoors more often is, yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. I'll take that. But I'm definitely not somebody who thinks this is a good thing to have or that it's some kind of special ability. It's not. It's a massive inconvenience. I sort of constantly feel like everything's in chaos, not be able to focus, not be able to work. The only way I can get work done when I'm in the office, I have to break my day up into 15-minute chunks or 20-minute chunks to try and fill myself into a flow. I don't do any work that I'm not interested in, and it's had all kinds of detrimental effects over the years with... Oh, it's got me in trouble with HMRC more than once because I haven't done stuff in time. And knowing that it might be all being caused by ADHD isn't going to fix it, but it does mean I I know my enemy now. I can identify it, and maybe I can start to sort of develop strategies. But I am delighted to know that one of those strategies is getting into the great outdoors more often and doing some more exercise. But if that's what I have to deal with, well, to be honest, it's kind of the thing I've been unconsciously dealing with my entire life anyway, so I can live with that. This is quite handy. This is Huel, hot and savoury, and this tiny little bag here contains like 400 calories worth of mac and cheese, and proportion it's like 2-3 pounds. This cup that comes with it, you can get like 2 portions of mac and cheese, so you can get 800 calories in it, plus you can stick a porridge portion in the top, which is quite nice. No, got cheese powder everywhere. The water in. Now we wait for 5 minutes. Not a lot of space in this tent, but it's an absolute palace compared to the tiny bivvy I stayed in last time. The mac and cheese is ready. Quite like this, is quite handy to get 2 portions of food in here plus breakfast, and there it is, mac and cheese. It's nice. One of the things I'm gonna have to do a lot more to try and help manage things is I gotta spend less time on my phone. And I said this before, I spend 7 hours a week just replying to messages. From when I wake up in the morning to I go to sleep at night, I check my phone for messages, for updates, for comments and stuff. And it's gotta stop, because I now realise it's actually making me sick. Like, it's bizarre. Like, replying to comments, replying to messages is making me physically sick. But in some ways it's good, because I've kind of found, you know, constantly needing to get back to those things is a little bit overwhelming at times. So it's good to now have like a really good excuse for not doing it all the time. So I'm gonna try, I think, maybe like not using my phone after 8 PM or something like that. We'll see how things go. Little camp tonight has been a bit of a test. In a few weeks time, myself and Connor are heading to somewhere in Scotland for 3 days of bike packing, and this has been like a test of our kit. So that is going to be released as a series, maybe 4 videos. 1 video showing you all the kit, and then each other 3 days. So a little bit different. I've never done a multi-day. I haven't? Yeah, I've never done a multi-day video before. So that's exciting. I'm going to release it as a series and then maybe like publish it as 1 longer video after that. So yeah, this is a test for that. Right, I'm going to sit here, eat my mac and cheese, and then try and get some sleep. Hopefully this rain has stopped around 8 AM. No. Morning. He's alive. It is grim out here. You forgot your what? Can you not drink your coffee out of whatever you're eating your porridge out of? Connor forgot his coffee mug, so he's not having any coffee this morning. And if you know Connor, it's a very serious business indeed. So I hadn't overly wanted to reveal where this location is, but the weather has kind of done it for me. We could be anywhere in any number of places. Where, ooh, there's a sheep. yeah, that definitely doesn't bode well for camping down in here. Plus there's sheep dung everywhere. I didn't talk much this morning when I was getting prepped because my throat is like killing me. I am once again a bit sick. Really common thing, got the sore throat, got a bit of a headache. It'll hang around for a few days. Well, it'll either hang around for a few days or develop into full-blown sore throat, and then it kind of goes away. So yeah. Okay, so the ADHD thing, it's not a formal assessment. To get like formally assessed, it needs to be done by, I think, like a psychologist. But if you do that and get formally assessed, you then can get medication, which is basically meth. it's like amphetamines, which kind of help like focus you, which can make things better. But I've been told definitely should not see that as any kind of magic bullets. There'll be a few other things I'm gonna have to do. Definitely, I'm gonna have to cut down my phone usage. Part of my problem is because I'm somebody who loves kind of problem solving and I like helping people. If I get a message at like 11 o'clock at night and it's somebody asking me a question, I find it incredibly difficult to not try and immediately get the little dopamine hit from answering that question. So I will, and then that kind of like is further boosting my brain, further getting, you know, the gears and the cogs and everything spinning more and more and more. I always assumed that stress is, you know, if you get stressed you feel like really, like you feel like scared and anxious and fearful, but that's not actually stress. Stress is really when your brain is like engaged in getting something done. There's always that like level of stress there that gives you like a sense of urgency, and that's good and that's normal and that's the way we're designed, because it kind of helps you to get stuff done when you need to get it done. But when you're like that constantly all the time, you're constantly releasing stress hormone, you're constantly releasing adrenaline, and that is terrible for your health. And it has been getting to me a bit lately. There was a time I thought I'm gonna have to give up running, I'm gonna have to give up doing all this active stuff because that's what's making me sick, but it's not. That's what's making me sick. It's the stress that's weakening me, and then when I do the physical stuff, my immune system is just weakened that slight bit more, and then I get sick. It's all very complicated. I don't fully understand it, but I'm gonna start making changes, and we'll see what kind of results this makes. That's the bike all packed up. If anybody's done any bikepacking before, give me all your bikepacking tips, which I will then ignore because I prefer to make my own mistakes. And we'll see how it goes. Connor has done a video as well, so you can go check out his video from a more serious cycling person perspective. Well, that disappeared, didn't come all dressed in black. I was describing a stereotypical cyclist. It's like completely dressed in black, covered in logos, and you turned up in blue. I know you're wearing red. I know you're wearing red. Well, that's really dark blue. Your trousers are blue. They're really dark blue.
They're black. They are black.
They're not black.
Very dark grey.
That is black. Those are blue. Look, it's black. It's blue. It's blue. Hello, lammies. Oh dear. Not happy. Can we go to KFC now? Right, cheerio. I'm going this way. Hello. Oh, look at the baby. I stopped here because I thought the coos might come over and speak to me, but they're entirely indifferent to my presence. I'm nearly home, so I'm gonna finish this video here. Love to know what you think of the possibility of future bikepacking adventures. I'm quite tired. I've done 40 miles in 2 days, which is pretty good.
pretty good. I could probably go a little bit further. It's probably going slightly faster than I was comfortable with, but yeah, it's been a good test. I'm gonna go home, get something to eat, have a shower, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.